It's been a little while, so what happened last time?
Tell us,
Wow.
Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max, what happened last
Oh my
time?
god. Was last time the fight with the Shadow Drakes, or was it after that? We talked with the lady. God, the big dwarf lady. What was her name?
Oh shit. Did I not save my notes for 608?
Didn't.
Ah!
Oh
Gosh
my
darn it.
god.
Do you have to actually save them?
Apparently,
You have to hit the
'cause,
save. You have to hit the
it's
save
empty.
button. You have to click the save icon.
Oh, well. Okay. Now I know.
Man, that would have been a. That sucks.
That's okay. That means you've got a. Your mind is like a steel trap, Mike. What happened last time?
Yeah. Well, we went and we fought some stuff,
As you do.
and we beat that stuff.
As you know, as you do.
It died. There was
Luckily.
an extremely suspicious person watching us the whole time, and he's a coward and a traitor. And we left off sometime after getting back to the tavern? Question mark.
You went and you talked to Jarl Ironbrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did, didn't we?
We
Yeah.
talked to the
It was a
Jarl.
lady.
We talked to the to forget the guy for Ryan. We talked to that guy some.
The dwarf, yeah.
We spoke to my father, and we were planning on going to speak to the last dude, the alchemist, who went in and ran out.
Oh, Stonebrow, yeah.
Got his
That was nice.
booty hole smashed.
Yeah, we talked to the Carl.
Look, she hungry.
She's my favorite BBW.
You found out.
Alright, so hold on. We fought off the shadow enemies. She had the hair inside her, or inside the enemies.
Yep.
Spoke to the Jarl.
The Jarl, yes.
The Carl.
Yep.
So, oh yeah, she was really young and like completely ignorant of everything.
Yes.
And
It
most
seems
importantly, morbidly obese.
she
Her
is
thickness.
very large and seemingly very sheltered.
And in charge.
And in charge. She's large, in charge, sheltered, and seemingly a bit, naive and perhaps not
No,
doing
she's-
the greatest
she's
job.
sandbagging.
Yeah, perhaps not doing the
She's a
greatest
political
job
mastermind.
on the basis less of malice and more of complete, inexperience and ignorance.
Oh, Belden did show us the difference between trucking and fucking. He did do that too.
Did you now?
I'm always showing you the difference between trucking and fucking. I point it out all the time.
Alright, but, you, did that, talk to the Jarl. The important thing is, she's like, oh, what, you want to go to the library? Why? Books are, like, stupid.
She told us there was wolves in there, or
What are
beasts.
you, gay?
There are dangerous things because the library has sat largely unattended for a large amount of time.
We need a library keeper.
Yeah, a librarian.
I think they call those librarians.
Yeah.
I'm not sure a librarian's combat trained though.
Why not? Yes,
Why can't
Max,
they
yes,
be?
They are. Max, you ever read 40K? Yes, they are.
True.
I have not read 40K. Actually, I looked for some today though.
You know? What if the librarian's also a barbarian?
Shit, dog. That'd work.
What if they rage because you don't put books back in the right place?
A Liberian.
Barbarian.
Oh,
a
shit.
barbarian, if you will.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
us just a
I'm having like weird
Yeah.
deja vu. It's wild.
I'm a barbarian with a Dewey Decimal System based rage.
This is in the wrong section.
But
This is non-fiction.
it is also running up against the problem of this young Jarl is kind of got Uli's parents or dad is borderline about to lead a revolution against her.
That's not our problem yet.
Not your problem yet, but that's something to think about. But
Can't go one game without Colin making my dad some sort of asshole and or revolutionary.
I mean,
Or
why is it?
both.
Why is it gotta be why is he gotta be an asshole? Because he's revolutionary.
I said asshole and or revolutionary.
Yeah, he's
Colin.
not. He's not either. It's not a revolution. It's a revelation.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He's a
That's not true.
devolutionary.
Kuang's
He
dad was
wants us to
dead.
be in tyranny.
No, he
Alright.
wasn't. Kwong's dad was in the prison.
Oh,
Wong's dad was in
him.
the prison.
You guys found him when I wasn't playing. Then
It's true.
Yeah,
We might have.
Wong's dad wished he was dead.
Kwong's dad was kept alive for eternity inside of water genie prison.
well, what the fuck did he do?
But
Stole from the water genies.
Yeah.
the big thing that Jarl Stonebrow wants is she wants you to help figure out what the hell is going on in her city. And for that, she is willing to trade you access to the library.
Gorin's dad wasn't bad. He was just possessed by evil.
He was an asshole.
He just wasn't a very. No, he wasn't a bad person. He just wasn't a very good father. He was also possessed by evil.
That's true.
That's fair.
Alright, but what... and so... like I said, that's essentially the kind of trade she wants. It seems that Jarl Stonebrow does indeed want to do good for her city to an extent and figure out what's going on. A little bit, like I said, sheltered, naive, is willing to help you, or if you're willing to help her, she's willing to help you. She'll allow you access to the personal library. Of course, it has been some time since it was accessed. At least the more dangerous parts were accessed. There are sort of less restrictive parts of it that do actually have some foot traffic. Some people go to it, but the sort of the top secret, the restricted section, essentially. It's been so long since anyone's gone up there that chances are it's overrun by beasts, or at least last you heard it had been parts of it had been blocked off because there were strange
Overrun
things
by
around
bees.
it. Mm-hmm. That's when
Worse.
That's when you find out it's actually the Wendigo. I was like, oh my
No,
god,
No, it's
No, it's
Wendigos!
been taken over. It's been taken over by spelling bees.
Oh no.
even worse.
So what would you like to do? You
Would
haven't
you rather fight a bee-sized Wendigo or a Wendigo-sized bee?
you haven't gone to the library
Besides
yet.
Wendigo.
You have time
Me too.
for
Mm.
preparation and the like.
Literally
Well,
for this woman.
Can I talk to like palace guards or whatever? What is the path to the library? Is it like a road?
The path to the
Is like-
library sits towards the back of the estate of the actual Jarl. It is a sort of like it's like a tunnel that initially leads up and sort of up through the mountain. It's several steps because the library itself isn't down. It's actually up towards the peak of this mountain that the city of Kaer Maldor sits in.
Is it maintained? Like,
The path itself
can,
is
can
maintained.
we just walk? Okay. So we aren't climbing a mountain.
No,
Stupid question. Should I have a token on this map?
no.
Okay.
This is just looking at the vague cityscape.
Okay, we can't see anything.
Yeah, everything's black for me.
Hold on, let me turn the token vision off.
Flip the lights on.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Colin finally gave us dark vision, removed our ability to see.
All right, but what would you like to do? Do you have any preparations you want to make before you go?
Yeah, I should check. How am I doing?
How
Have we
much
had a
is
rest of any
how
kind?
much is a minor health potion?
Just
not
like a
Minor
Potions
would save
aren't-
life.
yeah. Potions generally aren't
This is like a couple
very
gold,
expensive.
right?
Let's see. Minor is item level 1, 3 gold,
3 gold.
or a
we should all
minor
prob-
elixir of
How
life.
much is a what does a miner give you?
Let's see. You
Not
gain
a lot.
1d6 hit points.
Okay.
It gives you no longer dying, is what it gives you.
Right.
They give you rocks.
Well, we probably can't go to a shop in the middle of the night.
But we should. I think we should all buy at least one minor elixir of life.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go get one.
I mean, we wanted to speak to the alchemist, I'd assume, so we can probably get them while we go talk to him, provided things go well. He
I mean,
did
you
owe
might be
my
more
family.
inclined to help.
He did owe my family a favor, and my father gave me permission to call the favor in.
Oh, that's good to know.
About to use it to get 3 health potions.
Yeah, do we want to rest somewhere? I'm pretty tired, and,
It's not the night. This is the morning.
oh, it's the morning?
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
rested and we went here in the morning.
We came and talked to her and had breakfast.
Okay, so did we have a rest at all last session?
Yes.
We
yeah,
did.
we rested in between sessions.
Oh, okay, I didn't do that. Rest. Yes.
We ended one session with going to bed, and we started the next one with waking up, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I say we go shopping.
Yeah,
Probably
we should.
best use of our time.
Yeah.
And what if we try to buy potions from the alchemist before we call the favor? Because it's only a couple gold.
I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't just let us buy potions, so yeah, we should.
I mean, yeah.
Unless this is the dumbest alchemist ever, and he's like literally like, no! He's
Maybe
not the fucking potion seller, us.
he doesn't sell to bird people.
I mean, he might not.
Like, oh my god, you want to choose from the mystery potions, eh? Guess what? Guess what's in the mystery potion, Mike?
Piss.
Is seed.
True. All mystery potions are made out of the cellar seed.
It's true. All mystery potions are filled to the brim with semen. It's just science.
I really hate that.
Why?
Well, we sure get a lot of mystery potions for you to hate that, Rick.
And why do you hate? Why do
I
you
don't
hate
know
this?
if that's true or not.
Why do you hate old man semen so much?
Yeah, that's ageist.
Rick only likes it when it's young and virile. Rick don't want no potion that can't get him pregnant.
It's true.
Mm,
All right, but you can go ahead, do your preparations, get your health potions, get any other things you would like. The first, I'll go ahead and tell you the very first sort of initial floor of the library is a scriptorium. It has access to magical spells and the like spell scrolls and things.
What's the difference between an elixir of life and a health potion or healing potion?
I think Elixir Life also gives you 10 HP,
Ah,
if I remember correctly.
yeah, saving throw to diseases and poisons.
Oh yeah, that works too. How do you just buy from the thing?
Search.
I mean, whenever I've always wanted to buy it, there's like a button that you can hit that if you've got money, it'll automatically like detract it after you search in the
Yeah, but how do I search?
consumables.
I'm in my inventory.
Go to inventory,
so
hit the
you'll see-
spyglass
Oh, okay.
for the inventory browser, and then it has a buy item.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What do you do?
You go to your inventory and you look at, you hit like the little spyglass for the inventory browser. Next to consumables, yeah.
Okay.
and then you just buy them.
What other kind of potions would this alchemist sell?
Mystery ones.
Well, yeah, but mostly it has probably up to probably level 5 or so.
Alright, level 5.
Select at least one token. What?
Yeah, you have to have your token on the map. Otherwise, you can just click and drag it over and subtract the gold yourself.
Oh.
Oh, you can do it just if you open up your character sheet.
My character sheet is open.
We'll open it up better then. Damn. Stop sucking at opening things.
Can't help it.
Hey, when you fought that witch, did she have, like, you know, did she sicken you with magic, or, you know?
No, she mostly one-shot Rick.
Okay.
She mostly basic attacked Rick for all of his health and then went on board and left.
Right.
Fight is a generous term for what we did with the witch.
We were in a combat with the witch, and
She was there was definitely a combat of which the witch was in against us.
So, okay. Wait, when we fought the things last session, did they have any, like, poison or
No.
disease effects? Okay.
Nope.
They had sick beats though.
Yeah. But
True.
yeah, they didn't really fight the witch. They were in a combat in which the witch was also there, but the witch didn't want to kill them. So, well, her goal was not kill anyone in the party.
So did a good job of it to Rick.
It's true.
It shows
She
how
was like
strong
Otto.
she is. She wasn't even trying to hurt you.
She knocked Rick out and then went, "Oh shit!" and
No,
got out of there quick.
she backhanded Rick with like a 45 to hit him, crit him,
Yeah.
and it did more than his health.
No, it didn't. It didn't. It did a lot of my health though, because I was able to walk away from it. I was just hurt. She did like 20 damage to me when I had like 24 health or something like that.
We were definitely like, maybe we should leave.
Yeah.
It would be very cool if this didn't actually continue as a combat.
Well, her big thing was she was just hoping to burn the last hope in down.
Her big thing is that she was like 10 levels over us.
She was, but whenever she left it, the inn was ablaze. So she's like, okay. Didn't completely burn it up though. But yeah, grab your potions, heal yourselves up to full. You know, you've got, like I said, you had all the time in the world to treat wounds, take a rest. You get your hero point back, because it's your first, the start of the game, that sort of thing. If there's anything else you can think of wanting, go ahead and snag it, then head
Holy
on to the
Avenger.
thing.
Can I buy some Blackadder venom? So, 2 actions. You put it on your weapon, and it adds a 1d4 for 3 rounds.
Can I get a +3 greater striking short bow?
Sure, just add it. But yeah, you get there. Blackadder venom
Alright.
is not uncommon.
This fight just got a lot easier.
Nope, it's normal, and it's 6 gold. Alright, I'm ready.
All right.
Time to go talk to the guy, I guess.
Who are you talking to? The alchemist, the librarian,
Yeah. The alchemist.
Okay, I mean, you can just go talk to him.
Yeah. I mean, are we there already, or?
Yeah, like I said, you can just, you know,
No, we actually have a 30-minute walk, and we're gonna roleplay the whole thing.
if you want
Okay.
to, the alchemist's not a major character, so if you want to just buy stuff from him, you can just buy stuff.
Okay.
So you need to tell us the distance, and I'll get on my treadmill, and I'll tell you when we get there.
Sweet God.
The party moves at Mike's pace.
Yeah.
Mike, just give us a shout on Discord when you're done. We're gonna do something else for a little while.
Mike thinks he's playing with his other group. They're out there doing fucking tax numbers while he's fucking on his treadmill, RPing the walk there.
Yep. You got me. I'm filling out the legal paperwork. To
All right.
Fuck, I'd come to your house and stab you.
All right.
Mike's like
So-
visitors?
Mike, Blackadder Venom is an injury poison. When you coat your weapon, the next successful attack will do the thing, but it's only for that one attack. It can last 3 rounds. If it keeps failing, it's fortitude, but it would
Okay,
because
okay.
it's a poison, it has to keep making a saving throw at the end of each round, and it can last 3 rounds. And it increases every time.
Cool.
So theoretically, you could actually just put it on your weapon, like say I put it on my weapon now, and the next attack you would do would deal the venom.
Right.
Of course, it would be a pain in the ass if it was like, well, you could do it against like a pixie. Well, that feels like a waste of venom.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till we see something.
But yeah, if you want to call in go see the alchemist and call in your favor, you can get discounted or free potions.
I mean, yeah, I'll do that. I'll go tell him, you know, I'm calling in the Cathcart family's favor.
All right. He has no problem with that.
He's like, wow, I loaned your dad $1 million gold.
Oh,
This is
cool.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
this is a nice or no, your dad loaned me $1 million gold. This is a nice payback. Okay, you got more
Alright.
potions.
He
Deal.
Accepted.
says, "Oh, potions. You got any big plans? Not often people need a lot of potions around this place. Not least less expecting to get injured for some reason.
We're going into the library.
Haven't heard of the library being open for years.
Can we tell him that?
I mean, yeah, he's
You-
clearly gotten enough trust to be in there.
I mean, he's not. You're not in the library right now.
I know.
Secret.
Yeah.
But he
He's heard
he
of
was
it.
the one that went in there. Had to leave because he got hurt.
He's it's sort of minor stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he was clearly important enough to have been in there at one point in time, so he probably is cool enough to, like, know
But
that we're
somebody's trust.
going. Yeah, like, he was trusted by somebody at some point. He's probably fine.
He could have been sneaking in there for all we know.
Well, I don't get the impression that he was. Regardless,
I think we should all buy chainmail, and we should just keep putting on the chainmail, so that way we all have an AC of like 45.
A plan.
I like that. Okay.
I'm not sure if Colin's using encumbrance rules. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm not sure we could do
I mean, it
that.
automatically does encumbrance, so.
Yeah, Max. Do you not know what bulk is in this game? You literally have it on your character sheet.
Bulk is
Well.
important, and I have hit it on my small characters pretty easily.
Small characters have less.
Yeah. tiny characters get bulked out pretty fucking quickly.
All right.
They actually can't wear heavy armor, period.
Yeah.
So,
Grab
it's
the
100%
old,
of their bulk.
grab the old potions. You can get them for free. One for each for free.
Well, it's not because
So let's get a move on to
heavy
that
armor
library.
for small characters weighs less. The game just like Path Builder and stuff like that, it doesn't put it in there. You have to adjust it yourself.
All right. But then we'll get a move on to the library because it's actually a dungeon, so we got like stuff to do in it, things like that. If that's it, if there's nothing else you want to do besides the potions, I don't want to go talk to anyone or anything like that. You can make your way once again back to the estate of Jarl Stonebrow, and you can proceed into the actual tunnel itself that begins winding up into the mountains.
I get my horse.
That's my horse.
It's literally not.
I get my fucking my companion, my sapling that's just been fucking abandoned since I didn't get to have it during that last combat.
Is gonna alright.
I'm gonna remember it since I have the shit.
You grab Indomitable. You can't really you can ride it up to the tunnel, but once you're in the tunnel you can't really ride Indomitable. You kinda have to walk alongside him as the tunnel is not exactly huge,
Oh,
to
he
be
doesn't
sure.
even fit in the tunnel?
I mean, he fits in the tunnel, but you can't ride him in the tunnel.
Oh, well, I guess I leave him then.
I mean, how big do you... It's not a huge tunnel. Pretty
It
big
is-
by
it's
dwarven
not-
standards, but...
It's a tunnel for dwarves.
Yeah. It's not exactly
Like-
incredibly huge.
We're not fighting in the tunnel though.
No, you're not fighting in the tunnel. This is just the tunnel leading up.
Will
Yeah, I
he fit?
get-
Will
Yeah,
he be
just
able to
said
fit
he'll
on him in
fit.
the library? No, will he be able to ride him in the library? That's
Oh.
what I'm asking.
I mean, the library's probably bigger than the tunnel.
Well, then you should bring him, Ryan.
Alright. I'll bring my horse.
What's the worst that happens? He's an extra body there.
He dies.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
dies.
The hard thing is gonna be coaxing him through like the 6-foot tall doorways. Be like, it's fine. Standard length door.
Don't be a
Yeah.
pussy.
Suck it in.
No, I'll leave him. Cause I don't think that he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna have a very good time
It
in
is
this place.
a frigid, storm-lashed mountain outside the library. That's his horse's natural, like, habitat, right?
That's my
Yeah.
cock.
I
Well,
don't think it's supposed to be a frigid wasteland.
the tunnel itself
No one
leading
fucking asked you.
up into the mountain is made of smooth worked stone, and it has various reliefs that are carved into it of previous jarls and of the history of the dwarves and the city of itself. Depictions of the mountain itself being carved out by chisel and hammer, and the buildings sort of thrusting up from the very cavern floor itself, and that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah,
Type
I'm
of
thrusting up.
the type of proud, haughty dwarven accomplishments that you could expect of the dwarves. Library in its own right, its own little history, carved into the walls as you make your way up, basically several hundred steps, long past
Right.
ramps, steps. By the time you arrive to
Poor
the
Kevin.
large sort of iron doors that lead to the actual sort of first area of the
tired,
library
boss.
itself, your dogs are barking. You know, those
That's
knees
too
are
damn
sore.
bad, Kevin.
There's too many damn steps to get into the library. You can see why, you know, if there are monsters up here, that's not a big deal. Walking up the
It's
damn
like that,
steps is the first
Like
fight.
that temple, like that temple in China, where the steps are the entire mountain.
I mean,
Oh my
basically.
God.
It's like 10,000 steps.
The large iron doors are as pristine as the day they were made. And you can see they are they're engraved with basically like a large librum, like it's split right down the middle. There's just a book that's split right down the middle. You know, it's got pages on the left-hand door, pages on the right. You get the idea. It is held in the hands of a sort of outstretched hands. It appears of a dwarven woman, and it currently sits closed. And sort of when you push up against it, it doesn't really give.
I speak the dwarven word for friend.
You hear a voice from behind that says, "Hey, someone said friend!" The door sort of slowly opens. Easily on its hinges without any sort of noise, as well, friend
I
isn't.
I just look at Belden like, why would you do that?
Friend
It worked.
itself
The door
isn't
opened.
exactly the password. More letting the people behind know that you're there, as an elderly dwarven man and woman peer at you from what appears to be a small, I don't want to call it like a waiting area. It's like a little library. You can see there's a large desk and there are piles of books all over the place. They're clad in simple gray robes, and at their waists there are the jingle and jangle of keys. Dozens and dozens of keys on each of their waistbands. Looking around the room itself, the books are not all loose. Several of them are actually like chained to pedestals. They have sort of iron chains that cross and are the books locking them down to the actual tables themselves. And it looks like there's a desk in the center, but any sort of surface area is completely covered with like ink and parchment and things. These two dwarves crack sort of large, wide, toothless grins as they motion for you to come in, saying, "You're the one the Jarls told us to expect, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Let me get a good look at you. We don't get a lot of new faces around here." Sort of leans in at you, Belden. "Wow, that's a pretty lady."
Who's this ugly ass gnome?
No! How dare
Yeah, I was
you,
about
good
to
sir?
say.
I'm a dwarf.
He's a dwarf.
I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Wait, shit, am I a gnome?
He sort of goes to a mirror and tries to look in it. Oh my god, what's happened?
He's too short.
I used to be a young man. I had dreams, hopes, a life laid before me. Now I've spent the past 2 centuries
Being married.
books. My life has passed me by. I was gonna be an astronaut. I was gonna be a musician.
He's gonna be a
All right.
spelljammer. Holy shit!
The existential dread causes him to commit suicide. Congratulations, Ryan.
All right, new job.
Dark presence is removed from the library. It was him.
But he merely says, you know, "You're the one we were expecting," and lets you in.
Well, that was easy. Job done.
Woo!
All right. We were told we're supposed to take care of some beasts here.
Well, my wife over here is a real beast.
I mean, I can take care of your wife.
Right, Maris? Ah, shut up.
So there's no time for jokes.
But, if you want to take care of, you know,
This seems
his
like
wife,
exactly the time for jokes.
she is several hundred years old, so you're gonna have to blow that shit out like the Temple of Doom.
Hey, nice.
Like a Nintendo cartridge.
Beasts. Well,
You gotta treat her pussy like a Game Boy Color game.
Jarl said you wanted access to the library and that we were supposed to give you access, but nobody's been past this section of it for, God, at least a century. There are strange
what
and unusual
what do you
things up
do?
there. Well, we catalog
you
the
just-
books and we help people find things. Cause like I said, this is there's a shit ton of books in this room.
Wait, I got a question for you guys.
Yes.
We were told the alchemist got injured here by some beast when he went in. Does that mean that happened a century ago?
I don't know anything about an alchemist. Do you remember
The
an
alchemist is
alchemist,
old as
Maris?
shit.
The what? What'd you say, Amal?
The alchemist is old as shit.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking them if that was a century ago, because the way she made it sound like it was more recent than a century ago.
I don't remember any alchemists.
Oh my god.
Do you remember the last time somebody went further than this room?
He said a century ago.
It's not been recent, that's for sure.
Can I do a quick perception check to see if there's any obvious signs that somebody has in fact been through there?
I mean, yeah.
Just
Does not look like anybody has been past, or as far as you know, just looking around, you know. Doesn't look like everything is covered in dust.
alright.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know.
So
why.
what is up there? Like, what beasts are up there?
Oh. Well, the mountains are
What-
always dangerous, filled with all sorts of
what
weird
is up
things.
there that the guards can't handle?
Winter wolves, ice trolls.
Why is the library open to
The library's
that?
not
not.
open to them. The whole point is they got in.
Anyone can get a library card, Mike.
It's important. This is not a public library. There's
Right,
never
but-
been a lot of foot traffic,
What?
and
what
parts of
hap-
it are literally banned from anybody going in.
Yeah, I'm just confused as to how the animals got in. Because unless there's like
Oh.
a hole in a wall somewhere.
It's not just animals in there. There's all sorts of strange things, spirits of the
And
past and the
nobody-
like.
And this has been 100 years. Nobody's thought like
100
let's get
years? No, this has been hundreds of years. 100 years ago was the last time someone tried to go in.
And nobody's thought let's have more than one person, say a collection of armored people with weapons, go clear out the basic wolves and stuff.
It's
I
been
mean, they might have.
a couple of minor
just might have gone
forays and the
incredibly
like.
poorly.
What? And there is a beast that lives atop the mountain that no army could face. Terrible,
Okay, describe the
horned,
beast.
covered in white
Horned.
snow with howls as loud as the mountain storms themselves.
Okay.
I'm gonna recall knowledge on that description.
Okay.
Private GM role.
You don't recognize any. Well, don't recognize a particular beast of that sort, but there are all sorts of strange and unusual beasts that live in the various locales of the world.
Sorry, I had to get up for a second. What kind of beast did she describe after the trolls and the wolves?
There's a beast up there that's got big old horns, clad in white fur, and has howls that are louder than the entire storms that lash the mountains.
Oh well, yeah, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
When's the last time that beast was made contact with? Do they know? Like, when's the last time someone said they came across it?
Oh, it's like I said, it's been well over a century.
Would I know of any creatures that live that long? aside from like
You can-
what lives that long?
We can make an Arcana
That's a
check.
wild animal.
Dragons
No, you
live
don't-
for a really long time.
You don't know that it's a wild animal. They've been saying beasts, but that doesn't mean beasts.
All right, I do have a dubious knowledge in case I fail. You can give me something wrong.
All right. Well, you think about the things that you know, and more importantly, the things that might very well call these frigid peaks home. And there are some awful things, anything from ancient white dragons to the horrific Wendigo.
Okay. Yep, lots of things apparently.
Both of those are bad.
Yeah, I don't really want to come in contact with either of those things.
I hope the Wendigo is bee-sized.
Just tiny.
Well, everybody, load up your copy of Until Dawn. We're playing that now.
All right, we gotta go through everyone's gotta survive.
All right, I know we're all gonna fight over who gets to play Daniel Panettiere, but
Now, as for you going up there, I don't really know of a good reason why you would want to, or anyone would want to. All the most important information is down here. Up in there, it's old wives' tales, superstitions, histories that are forgotten because they don't matter.
The issue is they might actually matter.
That's a kind of a fucked up thing for a librarian to say.
It really is.
But
I don't think they're like actually librarians.
the stuff up there is old and forgotten things that really people don't care about. Don't go to the library usually to get Grimm's fairy tales, and the ones that do, there's only a handful of them. They want like alchemy, mining formulas, that sort of thing. The stuff that's up there in the private sections is all the fiction, basically.
The air quotes fiction.
Are you gonna fight a Wendigo to go check out Grimm's fairy tales?
yes, we're about to go up there to get up at the very hungry caterpillar.
Maybe I'm going up there to propose a Wendigo for sex.
You are essentially summing it up. You're going up and potentially facing an ancient white dragon to get the hungry caterpillar is basically what you're doing. But
if the hungry
that is
caterpillar helps us save the world, then sure.
The thing is, that is
if there has been a dragon up there, it's been starving.
It's
gonna be like the wimpiest.
That is what you are looking.
It's gonna be a shit dragon.
That is what you are looking for, though, because you are looking for essentially Grimm's fairy tale to hopefully find some sort of kernel of truth in it about the past, about the things that you've learned, with the lighthouse and the crystals and things like that. But yeah,
We're going out there to become crystal mommies.
Hi ho, off we go.
I'm a hi-ho.
and unfortunately, Kip hasn't
Okay,
quite
me.
seen the things that like Selja and Booley and Galen and Belden have.
Nope. Y'all
So-
are fucking overblowing this.
Huh. I don't think I could overblow anything.
You sure can.
Like
I mean,
can
to
over-
be fair, Kip did see his mom literally ripped apart and included
Stuff into a
his
scarecrow.
I mean, that's
So-
Got
that's
fucking
that's
Five
pretty
Nights at Freddy's
that's
with
pretty
Scarecrow.
that's pretty normal in this world.
Okay.
You could overstem a Wendigo.
Now the sentient crystals that like create water,
Give 'em
that's
a tummy
weird.
ache.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the refractory period of a Wendigo is. It might not have. Wendigos might all be multi-orgasmic.
I don't think they have genitals.
Colin,
might
can I give a Wendigo a tummy ache?
Probably.
See?
Well,
I don't like that term.
yeah.
If you give a Wendigo a cummy ache, that's the book we're looking for.
Yeah.
Y'all told he sort of shakes his head and was like, well, if you're going up there, the risk's on your head. And he sort of takes a large old iron key and hands it to you, and he passes a scroll to you as well as he says,
So Is this like a building or is it like a big?
You're gonna find out
Cave.
soon.
That's
I'm
what
asking-
I was trying
I'm
to
at-
figure out.
Well,
I'm
hold on.
asking these
Let me
guys.
finish describing it. You've only gotten into a room so far.
Because what I want to know is, did the animals literally walk in the front door, or
Don't worry, you'll find out. Let me finish describing it once you get past this room. Alright, because right now you walked up a tunnel into to an iron door and stepped into a room. That's all you've seen.
Wait, before we leave, I turn back to the librarian. Do you have a map?
That's why I was asking.
Of the library? Oh, I can believe I have a rough memory of what it is. Let me see. He sort of turns around, goes to the books. He says, you're going to pass through. And he sort of motions behind him. There's another large iron door. That iron door. Walk up, maybe another half-mile of tunnel. You'll emerge out onto the mountainside. There's maybe another mile or so of walking along the mountain path until you get to the old parts of the library, the parts closer to the top, parts that are exposed to the outside. He says, you don't really need a map for that portion. It's, well, if you walk off the path, you'll know. Oh, you'll know. At least after maybe 30 or so seconds when you hit the ground. But the actual library itself, I believe, yes, separated into a large reading room with 2 wings on it, focusing on, well, some not the most interesting of topics. One was on, say, astronomy and prophecy, the like, stars and constellations. We don't get to see a lot of that here, I'm afraid. The other one is apparently an old room focused on crafting, but well, most of those notes were gathered here. And he is able to, like I said, rough out basically a rough sort of building of it. It's literally just what he draws you is like a rectangle with 2 rectangles on either side, with the central one being like a common room, and the other ones being a wing that's dedicated towards essentially astrology, and the other one is dedicated to old crafting.
So so if this place is so private, are there any like traps we should watch out for, or?
I point to Selja.
Not a trap.
I can't.
I'm a woman.
I can't think of a reason why anything would be trapped up there.
I can't think of a reason why there would be wolves in a library.
Well, nobody said anything about wolves in the library. There's wolves along the path, potentially.
Well,
Only one way to find out.
really up Shit's Creek without a paddle here.
Hit Netflix show.
So y'all did bid me give you this, in the hopes of it aiding you, as he hands you a scroll. Most of the old books up there are written in a very ancient runic, a primordial form of Dwarvish, essentially. This should help you decipher them, or if you come across something that is particularly interesting, well, as he hands you the scroll, this will at least help you out. Because, like I said, it's so old that most of the tomes up there are written not in any standard language you would know. Certainly not written in common.
Oh, we thank you for that.
Well, of course. Hands you the spell scroll of comprehend language. Well, I guess it's called
witch
it's
spell.
called translate now.
It's a witch spell. You can just only wish to understand Old Dwarven.
Except this this one will actually work for you.
Oh boy.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You take the key and walk past them. All the giant book, all the great tomes, the sort of piles and piles and sheafs of paper up again. Once again to this door at the back. It's the same motif as the one you entered. It is a sort of a heavy iron door with a woman on it. Dwarven woman with a book outstretched in her hand. In the middle of the book itself is a keyhole, and you pretty easily find that the old iron key slots in and turns with an easy click. The doors push open basically silently. Well made. Sort of high craftsmanship on these doors as you push them open, as they move as easily as the day they were probably inset into the walls of this place. You slowly make your way to the actual library of the Jarls. You've essentially passed through the common area, the place where people can generally go. It's not public. It's definitely not a public library. Very few people even get to go this far. But under the promise of helping the Jarl out, she's willing to let you go beyond. It is indeed, as the old sort of librarian man described, roughly half a mile of continuing ascending steps until you see the darkness give way to slow sort of white light, and you can hear the swirl of winds as you can see the tunnel does eventually exit to the side of the mountain as it climbs steeply upwards. And it is indeed a fairly storm-lashed slope. As you can see, this high up, snow whips the peaks and covers everything in a fine coating of powdery white. And if you snort it, it's a good time.
Does this look like an intentional opening, or is this broken?
It looks intentional. It looks like it was carved out.
Okay.
And indeed, there are still outside. There are still steps and the like. As you make your way up. All right. Yeah. Hit the old preload scene so that I can go ahead and get loaded. I want everyone to roll a perception check as you are stepping out of the tunnel and beginning to walk up the half-mile, mile-ish of the storm-lashed slopes.
Blind GM, or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright. It is not easy going, to be sure. You have to slow your pace to little more than a crawl at moments, as every now and then a gust or a gale causes you to basically pause in your steps. And yet, the way onward is in front of you and pretty clear. Key flies out your hand, goes over the edge. You jump off and I'll die. Congratulations.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
You
But
go to the pond,
everyone give me a fortitude saving throw.
Well, if I don't want to.
That's too bad, you have to.
A 26, Colin.
I mean, that's pretty good.
22.
27.
29.
Oh, pretty good. All right. Okay, I was just checking the rules for extreme colds. Well, severe cold. All right. You do have to, you can feel like the tip of your nose beginning to go numb. You have to sort of huddle tight against the cold, but you continue walking ever onwards and ever
I
upwards.
put my nose in my butt cheeks.
Wow, you're flexible.
That's nature's pocket.
That's why you should have brought Indomitable. Cause you know what you could do with Indomitable? Cut the horse open and hide inside it.
Like a tauntaun.
Just like a tauntaun.
I could put my nose in his butt, and he could put his nose in my butt, and we could be like an Ouroboros of warmth.
60 nose.
I don't like
that's some-
that.
That's some Ren and Stimpy shit.
And then we just roll around this mountain.
Like a reminder to everyone that
Yeah.
I have a nair on a nose and I have a beak,
All right.
so it's kind of hard to freeze.
You
It won't be hard.
stagger
It'll be even
forward.
harder if you put it in your butt cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Well, too bad Max the Bird doesn't have butt cheeks.
All right,
You can have
Booley.
butt cheeks.
You sort of huddle up and
What if
move
all
forward
birds are caked
slowly.
the fuck up in this world?
You can see that there is amidst, sort of up on the higher slopes, amidst the sort of seeing it through the blizzard. You can see a silhouette of something looking down at you. It's thin and gaunt, and you can see that it has two glowing sort of red-white eyes and stag antlers that sticks out of its head.
Would these remind me of the eyes I saw off in the distance when leaving my house?
No.
Huh.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
A beast that is watching you.
What if it just didn't?
Recall knowledge check on it.
Alright.
Good choice.
Colin, I'm about to go pee.
Okay.
Kyle,
Big
can I
kill.
roll? Can I roll a religion check on that? That sounds like some demon shit.
You can do Arcana or Nature on it.
I do have.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'll do an occultist check because I can. Yeah.
Do I know what it is, Colin?
A horrific beast. A Wendigo.
I pronounce
Damn.
it
An
Wendigo.
extremely powerful and evil creature. One that you know you would not be could basically tear through the party. You are definitely no match for it.
It's a Vendigo.
You know what? After all these years, we finally fight a fucking Wendigo.
Aggro it.
If we see that, we'll be Wendigon.
And as you say those words,
Oh,
The
no, I don't want to die
Wendigos-
with my last word saying I'm Wendigon.
its arms seem to jerk in an unusual way, and it sort of begins making its way down the mountain quickly towards you.
Push it off. Push it off. Are we next to a cliff?
Show it your butthole.
You are walking
Where-
along a cliff.
We're on a mountain path.
Well, that thing's clearly a goat, so we can just walk up the side of it.
Yeah, but it'll take long enough that we can GTFO while it does that.
Oh, actually, hold on.
How fast is it moving?
It is going to use its Forlorn Howl, which has a 1 mile range.
Holy
I can
crap.
run faster than that.
Give me a will saving throw.
Can I use tumble through to tumble through its howl?
Fucking what, Mike?
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna iframe through it.
Yeah, fucking
there
Dark.
are
You can do it in Dark
sound
Souls. You can do it in this game.
There are sound waves that howl is producing. I would like to tumble through them because that allows me to pass through the space of an enemy.
I got 29, Colin.
All right.
Oh no. I
Will
crit
save-
fail it with an 11.
Yeah, Brian's real scared of that fucking horse.
Damn, I crit fail with a 9. Colin, I'm gonna use a hero point.
All right.
Brian, you put the hero point.
Damn, I rolled a 2. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh.
Fantastic.
That is a series of 4 critical failures and 1 regular failure. All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my hero point. No fucking shot.
Oh, if I succeeded, I get a critical success on frightened stuff.
You did not. You failed.
I failed. Okay.
With
Yeah.
a 27 is a fail against this thing.
Well,
I
then
whenever I said a
reduce
Wendigo.
my failure by 1.
All right, so it's it is a success, not a critical success. All right,
No,
but
if I get a success.
you didn't
Oh,
succeed.
wait. I didn't?
No, not no.
Holy fuck.
A
I'm the only one who passed it.
whenever I said a Wendigo is a high level creature, I wasn't lying.
Okay.
You're not
So-
you're not standing to fight this. That's why I was like, you see it from far away, and you know that it's coming.
So I'm just not frightened, I guess.
So you
somehow.
are. I mean, you are frightened. You failed.
Okay.
You said if you succeed, it lowers it
And
by a
if
degree.
I fail, I reduce the frightened by 1.
Okay, so you succeeded, but you still have a fear effect. Okay.
Okay.
You're frightened too, and it can't drop. So
So you are. Everyone receives the frightened condition if you critically failed. You have the fleeing condition, which is fair. As it is stalking you down the slopes.
that's convenient because that's what I was gonna do anyway.
It is convenient because that's probably what you're gonna do anyways. As you take off running from it. You get the feeling this is not a fight or not a beast that is wise to stand against. As
do
you
not want the
scramble away from it, you don't want this smoke. They weren't lying when they said these hills were dangerous.
Well, then who builds a library beside the Wendigo's house?
Might not always been a Wendigo here, or it might have been whoever built it was stronger than a
I don't
Wendigo.
think it was the Wendigo's house first.
You don't know that.
I don't
Then
think
how
so.
did the Wendigo move here? Then
Wait,
Yeah.
smart guy.
Colin.
There's
Yeah.
no ceiling. He came in.
Yeah.
Max, shut up for a second. Can I roll a history check on Dwarven culture to know who founded the city and how
I mean, you can whenever you get done running. I want everyone to give me a fortitude saves as you begin sprinting up the hills.
Hey, that's a good one.
I'm using my hero point.
I'm like, you know, when in the Fellowship of the Ring, when they're going to the mines of Moria and they're all walking through like the hip deep snow and Legolas is just like running on it.
Yeah.
That's me right now. That's me with the power. That's me with the power of being chased by a Wendigo.
I got a
Oh.
24.
It's probably best. Oh, Colin, do I need to roll for my fucking my tree companion?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah, but yeah.
Would
it,
he
it
have
runs.
to
It
roll
runs
the
with
I don't
you.
will
have a-
save?
It's
Well,
right.
he's
It's there with you. you know.
He's a small creature, right?
Yeah, it's there with you. You can hold on to you.
If he's a small creature, he can just hold on to you.
It's got
as you
it
run.
is sufficiently spooked as well as this thing begins clambering down the mountain after you. It is coming down a rather steep slope, so it is not moving exactly at a sprinting full speed. As its large claws rake against the snow, so you do have time to just put your head down and begin running. The question is, do you run back into the mountain or do you run towards the library?
Isn't it towards the library?
No, it's coming down perpendicular from you. It's coming down from up high.
I go towards the library.
Yes, but which
Yeah.
part? Which library?
The further along one. Make
Yeah, I keep going.
progress, not running back home.
Yeah, I'm not gonna run back home. I want to run toward
Go
the
to-
goal, to
Go
our
to
destination.
the foyer or
Yeah.
the actual reading room.
The actual reading room.
Reading room.
we're saying.
All right. As it continues scrambling down the slopes, you begin continue rushing along the paths. It is moving dexterously, and you can only barely make out its form as its white snow blends in with the swirling slopes. But soon you see two large golden doors that have two sort of dwarven statues flanking it as you essentially like slam into the thing. Hurriedly with the key just sort of shaking in your hand, desperately trying to jam it into the keyhole as this thing begins skittering up the ice, or sort of up the path towards you. Its blazing
Solid.
eyes. Yeah.
While they try to unlock it, I'm gonna stand point and behind them and like guard up in case it does get to us before we get in.
All right.
Can't offend us.
You mean so you can take one hit first?
Yes. it
I
is-
don't think
it's
that-
better.
I don't.
I mean,
The attack.
It could roll a 1.
I don't think it would kill you. I mean, it might though.
Is it stronger or weaker than the witch?
You wouldn't know that.
I'm asking.
Yes, it is. It is stronger than the witch.
Okay. I
Uh,
wasn't asking for Bully's sake. Bully doesn't give a shit. I'm asking
Well,
you.
It's a level 17 creature, so.
Holy fuck.
dead
uh,
as dicks.
all right. And as it approaches you, they're furiously trying to put the key in. You stand and you square up to the Wendigo. You puff out your chest, and you can actually hear a faint, almost raspy voice on the air. It almost sounds like a lullaby that is echoing out from this terrifying beast. It's almost sing-song in its nature. And it is in a language that you don't understand. I'm looking at everybody's languages.
I speak a
You
lot of
don't
languages.
recognize it.
It's Tengu.
It is Tango. This crazy Wendigo happens to speak Tango. But if you want to, you can make a Recall Knowledge Society check to try to identify it. But otherwise, you don't.
Well.
You have no clue.
I'll do that.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'll do it too while I'm.
Which society?
Well,
Society,
I got
yeah.
19. I forgot to send to you privately.
Man.
Oh, I know society.
Alright. Belden, it is speaking Jotun, the language of giants.
That's the opposite of a dwarf.
Exactly. Alright. Who does...
True. It's Dwarven in reverse.
You managed to, who's got the key? Who's opening the door?
I don't have the key.
I do. I'm
All right.
opening the door. Do I need to like?
No, you
Check.
don't. I was just to describe the scene. You hurriedly, Selja, push the key into the keyhole, and much like the doors below, it is possessed of superior craftsmanship, as despite the swirling winds, despite the age, despite everything, the key easily slots into the hole, and moves as easily as if it were the day that this door was crafted. And it easily slides open on its hinges. Bully, as you sort of brace yourself as this beast, its lullaby, sort of carried aloft on these strong winds, breaks out into a gallop on all fours right towards you, its long blood-streaked claws leaving sort of streaks in the ground of red and digging into the rock itself. Its eyes glowing brighter, drool and froth dripping from its mouth as it sees a kill. And the door pushes open behind you as y'all stumble into the library. I think, rather
kinda
wisely,
like-
someone pushes
what-
it closed.
Yeah, once I hear it open, I kind of just like
No,
shove
he can't.
backwards. I shove us all in.
He can't come in here without our consent.
Damn.
It'd be a good way to test if it's vampires.
True. What if it's a vampire Wendigo?
Yeah. Wendigo rules. Alright, let me grab your
The
tokens.
This fucking vampagos.
Colin, does being a vampire add or subtract to the level of a Wendigo?
You know, I bet it subtracts it, because then it would be, have, like, sunlight sensitivity, and it spends all its time out in the
Yeah.
fucking mountain.
It would have a weakness.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. Like, being a zombie generally makes things worse.
Alright.
Not if it's a skeleton.
You slam the
Skeleton
door
isn't a
behind
zombie,
you.
Max.
And
Those are
the
different things.
and the Wendigo, you can hear, slams in the door with a heavy thud, but the door itself, of superior masterwork craftsmanship, does not even budge a little bit, and you hear some faint scratching against the door. You even hear what it sounds like: a fingernail, a long claw that pushes into the lock and tries to jiggle at it, but doesn't give.
Oh yeah, Ryan. If zombies aren't skeletons, why is there probably a Yu-Gi-Oh card named Zombie Skeleton?
I don't think there is a Yu-Gi-Oh card named Zombie Skeleton.
There's
You know what, though?
there's a
If there
Yu-Gi-Oh
was,
card
you
of
wouldn't-
literally everything.
If there was, you wouldn't be shocked though.
Alright.
I would not be, because that's the kind of stupid ass shit that they put in like the first.
The
5
golden
sets.
door sits closed behind you, and you can see there you are caught in essentially a pitch black hallway. That's maybe, I don't know, 25 feet wide. Belden, Selja, you can see that it goes for about 15, 20 feet before you. Everybody that doesn't have dark vision, it's like, what the fuck? But
I cast. I think I do. Actions. Wait, where's my spells? I can't. They're spell casting. I don't have. Oh, I have Belden open. What the fuck?
because you felt like
Why are you me?
Beldening it up.
Oh. I cast light.
Okay.
He wants the truck.
It's true. I have long to truck and or fuck.
I mean, we've all been there.
I don't have my horse. I can't truck.
Uh,
Well, why didn't you try to fuck the Wendigo then?
Oh, because the Wendigo would fuck me.
I'm just gonna drag the light onto you.
I
Okay.
still only see the gate.
I haven't set it over yet.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Booley, you cast light and shed light on the tunnel as you and the party are able to finally get your first glimpse of this old sort of abandoned
we see
library.
15 Wendigos.
Alright.
It is Wenda family.
Yeah.
Sweet baby Jesus, that was
It's-
loud.
It's actually a Wendigo nest.
Alright.
So
l-
well-known fact
Colin,
that
I also-
Wendigos only nest in books.
Colin, I also bust a lantern out. If you could pop my light aura on me.
Which light goes further, light or the lantern?
I think I have an 8. I think it's 20/20. I have a 40 foot at the moment. I mean, we can still have both and cover more area.
I think like it's 60 feet.
Alright.
Like the 100. Wait, it says the range is 120 feet. Oh, I shed
Yeah.
bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for the next 20. So I have a 40.
Oh,
light-
so it's
Light-
exactly
light,
what mine
light
is then.
is light and dancing lights combined. So you have the range you can send the balls out.
Yeah.
But there's also like the range when you cast it on something.
For ease of use, I just put it generally on you. Alright. The library is quite chill, obviously. You can see that cobwebs line the walls and old, ancient tomes sit unopened for some time on the shelves. Strange. You can see there's areas where books have just tumbled off, and you can see there are several of these old Librams that have been cast aside that sit still open on tables. You can see two sides of you. There are actually what appear to be a couple of cages that at one side one time seemed to hold some sort of animals of some kind. You can vaguely make out the faint remnants of some sort of strange bones that sit within them. Like I said, one's kind of up here, turned over, the other one's kind of upright.
I start reading the Ye Old Dwarven Hustler.
Okay, there are some really hot titties in here, like dwarven titties that have
Carved
nipples.
right into the stone.
Yeah, that stick out as far as like your thumb.
Wow.
Damn.
But it is. There
Wow.
are.
I can suddenly see the whole room.
You should be able to see a because of the fog of war.
Oh, okay.
Because Belden and or Booley and Selja can see the whole room. They have dark vision. So you're getting their fog of war.
I showed the hustler to Galen. I'm like,
You can
back
see
in the day,
above
Dwarven
you.
women didn't shave their beards.
Sort of above you, lining the, sort of walking along the center, or heading along the center, there are three large, dark wrought iron chandeliers. They hang from, chains that creak slightly in an unseen breeze.
Well, if there's a breeze, that means that there's another entrance or hole somewhere, so that could be how shit's getting in.
Possibly. What would you like to do?
Where's it coming from?
Judging by the actual way they're moving, it seems like it's coming from the I guess it'd be south, so it's coming from down here.
Okay, well I can't see what's over there. So
You can't
There
indeed.
looks
there-
to be
That being
some
said,
sort of entrance
you-
or
uh,
exit.
You could light the chandeliers. They do still have things in them to be lit.
Does anyone have a way
How-
to light them?
I do.
how? Yeah, she does.
Well,
I go ahead and, you know, light,
Jesus,
light 'em
please,
up,
light.
well,
basically. I throw little fires in them.
well, you're able to, as you know.
I mean, they're metal chandeliers, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I just eat up fire. I don't give a fuck.
You can, like I said, that's sort of why I put them there.
Doesn't
So
your aura let
It's-
you just
I
like
put 'em-
start fires? Could
That's-
you just like?
that's
set
the
them
point. I
on-
put it there so Selja gets to shine by using her ability to infuse elements to light the candles. Shut up.
Yeah,
It's
I
there
like-
for a reason.
I like the candles.
There you go. All the candles slowly come to life, revealing light across the entirety of this central room, as you are able to get a much better view now along its length. You can see, like I said, the rows and rows of books, and it ends at a large statue that has a plinth with an open book on it in front of it. Two candles on both sides of the book catch a light when the candelabras, the chandeliers, do as you use your kinetic aura to send light across the entirety of the room. And in doing so, you hear a wild scrambling sound as from to the north, several books tumble off of the shelf.
Okay. Gonna assume rats, but you know.
All right.
Winter rats.
Looking at
No.
looking at the book itself, it seems like as you look at it where it fell off the shelf, it looks like it's smeared. It looks like all of the ink on it is a strange smeared amalgam. It's like the ink has all been mixed and mashed. It's just a swirl on the page.
I don't like your description.
Like it's
It's-
been purposely smeared, or like it looks like.
You can
Okay.
roll
asking, like,
a
Okay.
or you can roll a nature or a arcana check.
I'll roll in nature.
And you know what? I'll say, Belden, you get a +2 circumstance bonus to this, if you want to roll it.
I will. I shall roll it then.
Colin, I have crafter's appraisal. Can I roll a crafting check? Your knowledge of items constructions allow you to discern their magical effects as well. You can use a crafting instead of a skill associated with a magic tradition to identify magic on magic items that know not of any sorts of magic.
It's not because it's not identifying a magic on the book or if the book is magical.
Okay.
All right. Belden, this is a problem that. So you're from a place that collects knowledge. You have libraries of your own. You're from a tower that learns things. And one of the annoying things that you run in, very rarely, because they're not very common, but every now and then they're a pest that can get into the library. They're a creature called Scrits. They're sort of fey gremlin type creatures, and they basically will take books and they smear all the writing on it and they absorb it, so the Scrit knows the book. It essentially absorbs all the knowledge of the book for itself and smears all the ink in it. And there's, like I said, they're rare, but you probably at some occasion have had to hunt down and chase a Scrit and capture it and basically wrestle the knowledge that it took from it away from it to write it back down into a book. If you kill the Scrit, knowledge is gone with it, essentially.
A
Oof.
dick.
Oof.
That's a shitty creature.
They are extremely annoying, and also, but they're also quite weak. Unfortunately, they are quite wily and fast. Very
out for
elusive. That being said,
Colin, what about this breeze? Is there like
It's
a door?
There is a door here. It is closed, but it is sitting loosely on the hinges. As you can see, there is wind that is basically coming around the door jamb itself. As you walk to that door jamb, Belden, you actually see there is a Scrit that is looking at you from around the corner. Its eyes are sort of gleaming with curiosity and a little bit of malicious excitement.
Hey, you son of a bitch! Wait, you said it's a fairy?
It is
It's a fae?
It is a fae.
Oh shit! I don't speak Sylvan. I speak Elvish.
In fact, these, yeah, they speak. You can do that, or they also speak Sackfroth. They speak Undercommon as well.
No, I don't have Sylvan. I have Elven.
But it sort of giggles and watches you from the corner. Like I said, but you know they're wily and quite hard to catch.
Where would my languages be? I don't remember. Picked.
They are, well...
Oh, there we go.
yeah.
I do speak Fae.
Hey, you fucking son of a bitch! Come here, asshole! I'm running up.
Alright. It's gonna immediately sort of flit away as it sort of giggles.
Catch that fairy!
And then there's another one that pops out from behind another bookshelf as it's gonna start, they're gonna start...
Catch those fairies!
They're just gonna start skittering
Alright.
around.
I tackle Galen.
Yeah, beat the knowledge out of them.
There are 3 scrits that are running around the room excitedly.
I'm gonna try and catch fairies. What's the roll?
Well, that's the fun thing. It's more of a puzzle to think about how would you like to catch them. You've seen that they are, or you've heard that they're extremely wily, quite elusive.
And we don't want to kill it.
You don't want to kill them because if you kill them, well, they are quite weak. If you kill them, the knowledge goes with them. You kind of have to wring it back out of them.
You know what? I am going to act as bait.
That being said, that's a good idea. Look around. So this is in a way a tutorial dungeon for you, Mike, how I do dungeons. Look around. The room is what you see. So think about the things you could possibly do in the room, knowing that the script are, one, prone to, if you get close to them, running away from you, and then looking around the room at, how could I use the things in the room to do that? To work with that?
Can I do something real quick?
Yes.
So I have the investigator subclass. What the heck is this? What is it? I also have thorough search. So that will give me a +2 on perception checks while seeking, provided I walk at half my movement. Can I go around and I see some broken tables and some holes in the floors? Can I just see if there's like a path that they take, like this hole connects to this hole or something like that?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you sort of look around and sort of determine things. Looking at it, is there any role to that, or are you just doing a?
It's a seek, so perception.
Okay. Yep.
Colin, I would like to grab a book from the shelf, just any book, doesn't matter which one. And I want to sit down and I want to place the cask that Selja gave me on the table, just a little precariously close to the edge, so that it could easily be knocked off if pushed by little tiny hands.
Now that's good thinking.
And I'm just gonna sit there and just read the book, patiently read the book, just open to a random page and start reading.
Kip, looking down the hole with your seek, these holes are indeed, they're not connected at all. It looks like they're just about, they're surprisingly, it looks like a chasm opened up, or it's not a chasm. That's a little bit too much. It looks like some holes opened up beneath the library. They're about 15-foot holes, made
Do I
of
see
pretty smooth
signs
stone.
of these things living in there?
No,
No. Okay. So
doesn't look like they call it home.
I also see cages. How big are those cages?
Big enough to hold animals.
Big enough to hold some animals. Well big enough to hold the script, and the bars are quite close together, so they probably would not be able to get out.
Colin, those cages, are they about the width of the doorways right there that they're in front of?
Yeah, they could probably. They're a little bit smaller, but you could probably put it right in the middle. It would take up most of it. It would be hard for them to squeeze around it.
That's what I'm saying. We could put them in the hallway, like open, so that way, if they want to try, they can cut off we can cut off some of their movement like that.
Right. Also, we could bait them.
Oh yeah, that does feel like that's sort of what Galen's doing with the book and the keg, I think.
Yeah,
The book and the little, not the cask. It's like a little.
the
it's
cask
like a
and
mug.
the-
It's like a cup.
yeah.
It's like a stein. It's more like a
Yeah.
stein.
What if we put that in a cage that we could then, like, pull a rope and close when they go to get it?
How big are these bookshelves?
The bookshelves themselves are 20 feet tall, quite large.
Oh,
Alright, well, I'm gonna come around here and I'm gonna hide.
Okay,
I'm gonna stealth check.
go ahead and stealth check it.
I'm gonna. I guess I don't know. I'm gonna sit right here.
Right. Again, whenever you move towards that, move up a little bit, the one you move towards immediately sort of darts straight away.
That's fine. I'm not really bothered with him. I'm not trying to catch him. But I set my cup down. I start reading a book, and I look preoccupied with it. I'm trying to really trying to concentrate on this book.
All right.
Soldier, how many trees can you make and how quickly?
It's 2 actions for a tree. I don't know, I can make as many as I want. I just have to
mean,
do 2 actions.
So 1 every 2 seconds.
Okay, so if we move the cages, like... What can't I just fucking... Oh, control. So we put them, like, here and here. Can you just, like, put trees here and here and here and trap them in?
I can't really tell what you're doing.
You can't see where I'm dragging it?
No.
I can see where you guys are dragging. Like, you can't see me drag, like, this perimeter right here?
I can see it.
I can see.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I
So
can
what
see
do
it.
you want me to do?
Put trees here, and over here, and over here. And then you put the cages here, and here, and they're literally funneled in. They can't move, because the trees are, well, it's harder for them to, because the trees are blocking them in.
I
You
mean,
can literally trap them with it, because it's between the bookcases and the trees.
yeah. I mean, it'll take some doing, but yeah, I can.
Belden,
as
what-
not to like
One of them
lead them on or let
flings
them
a-
onto the plan.
One of them flings a book at you, Belden. They do not seem to have been been fooled by your stealth.
I'm gonna go
Great.
move.
It was
I'm-
not a
I'm
great
gonna
stealth roll.
I'm gonna go move those cages in place.
All right, I'm gonna just mark where do you want to put them?
Like literally, just like
Okay.
just the hallways in front of them where they are,
Okay.
and then like I guess open so that way they have. Well, first off, it makes it a little wider, and two, they kind of have to run into it to get out of that area.
Okay. They're a nice like 2x2 of the 3x3, so
Yeah,
takes
that's
up
what I
most of
thought,
it.
Like, yeah.
So, Colin, I'm going to so my range is 30 feet for the thing. So I'm gonna start popping trees in, just like randomly in the gap there, and the gap here, and then the gap up top, and try and like plug the hole. But I'm gonna make sure not to close it up until all of them are within this interior border.
I'll run around. I'll corral them back in here if they run out. If they saw me.
all right. Yeah, unfortunately, your stealth was they did see you. But you do notice as you move around, they move. Roll an intelligence check.
Flat
Just
intelligence.
just flat intelligence. Give me just flat. Give me a roll with your intelligence. Actually, no, warfare lore. That'll work.
Okay.
Warfare lore feels like it deals with the tactics of creatures, so this feels.
Well, I can warfare lore any creature. Anything
Yeah.
of creatures.
It does feel like it. They. See, whenever you move towards them, they move seemingly pretty much like a fleeing creature would. They move pretty much directly away from you as you move towards them.
Yeah, I'm move around.
Right.
I'm gonna angle them.
Just like in my video games.
I mean, yeah.
It's like I'm coming around. Get back here.
Get back here. But yeah, you are indeed able to corral them like sheep. Alright. But I also want Galen to give me a performance check.
Okay. Blind GM, or can I just roll it flat?
You can give it blind. Alright. You were, like I said, you put the book there, and you're trying to seem nonchalant, like, there's a book here.
Like, oh no, it'd be
Oh, there's a
terrible
book.
if someone knocked this over.
Alright, as if you're not really paying attention to the book, and you've put the little stein over it, and indeed, this one kind of like circles the table a little bit. Looking at the book, you can see it darts back and forth.
I pay him no mind.
And then it sort of quickly darts forward to grab the book.
I'm gonna try and take the cup and slam it down on top. Catch him under the cup.
Alright, it will try to make a reflex save to get out of it. Nope. As it lands with a thunk right on top of it, as you immediately leap on the cup and you can feel it going as it slams up
put my
against the
weight
cup.
on it, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do with it?
Hold
Don't
it.
let that son of a bitch get out.
Alright,
Hey, Max, just put your lantern on top of it.
I put the No, I don't put the lantern on top of it. Oh, that's a bad idea. I start like I put my weight on it. I like lean over the table. I got both hands on it.
It can't lift the cup. How heavy is your lantern?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not even
it's a
gonna
pretty
risk it. I
heavy
can
land.
feel it bouncing around in here.
You can just put your backpack on it, you know, it's...
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
Just
I'm
throw
not
your
sure
backpack
how
on it.
strong these little guys
They're,
are.
it's not, they're tiny, they're little... If you throw your backpack on it, that's fine. No, with your
Yeah.
hand on it, you can feel as it slams up again. It's not exactly... You don't feel like you're having to really struggle to hold it in place.
Oh,
They
okay,
don't
okay,
feel
okay.
very strong, so you suspect just throwing your pack on it will keep it pretty well secure.
All right, I throw my pack on it and I watch
It
it.
just continues to...
I make sure.
You watch, and every now and then there's like a little thud that moves the pack a little bit, but it just... beating up against the thing. It's not working.
Bless you.
So that one's caught.
Woo!
well, has she walled the other one in yet?
This other one that needs I've corralled in.
That's up to Colin. I just keep making them until those
All right.
3 gaps are filled. So
You continue raising up trees, and you're just filling in all these gaps.
yep.
All right. I'm gonna just throw down a bunch of the tokens for your sentinels.
Where's his regular token, by the way?
Protector trees, go. All right.
Protector trees.
This one's screeing around. Mike, are you doing anything? You can see it sort of darts towards you for a moment and then immediately gets terrified and darts away.
That's racist against birds.
Show him your cock.
Birds do eat little animals.
It's true.
Alright, I see it run away from me.
Yes. Which one are you filling? You're filling up all of this one and this one too?
Yep.
Okay.
That's just what I be doing while they're doing the other
Alright.
stuff.
This
Is
one
there an area we want to corral these things to?
Probably
Yeah.
into one of the cages where those white squares are.
the cages are
Alright.
good. You also know the holes would work as well. They don't fly. They're not flyers.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to, since it's on this side of
And
me,
I
I'm
said,
gonna try to corral
The
it
protector
into that
trees
hole.
have successfully corralled this one just in this little area right here.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of jump around and make noise and slowly walk it towards this top
Alright.
hole.
Give me an intimidation.
I'll be right back.
I sure can.
You will have a plus 2 to this. Alright. As you fluff yourself up to make yourself seem bigger, and the Skrit just sprints terrified away from you, completely aimless as it goes straight into this hole.
Yeah.
And you can see, as you sort of rush to the edge, you can see it scrambles up a little bit, and it does look like it can climb the walls slowly, but not well enough that you can't just get in front of it. Every now and then, as it gets close to the top, you just fluff up your feathers, and it just sinks back to the bottom until it just huddles in fear.
Okay.
Speaking in, it's speaking in Sackfroth, so it's a language you don't understand, but it is clearly an intelligent language of some sort. Alright, Belden. This one is, with the help of the protector trees, it's corralled sort of on the outside, darting around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run him into the corner and grab him.
Alright. Give me... It'll be an athletics check. Well, it's a grapple. You know how a grapple. In fact, you can... Like I said, you should be able to, well, nope.
Bad.
It's going to dart out this way. Phew! But it is going to head towards the cage, so...
And then I'm just gonna run him into the cage.
Alright.
And I'm gonna slam the doors shut.
Alright.
Also, I can't remove the trees by.
I can
They're now
remove them.
just regular trees.
Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
No, I mean like.
No, don't worry, I'll take care of that. You don't gotta worry about it. They don't stick around in the library.
Okay, I was gonna say it's like they are supposed to be like permanent trees.
Alright.
But, you know.
Well,
Give me a-
that's yeah, but like, who cares?
Quick acrobatics check as you're running towards it. You do have to sort of jump towards the cage. It's not a hard check, but it does try to skit out as it sees you coming. It sort of reverses its momentum and presses up against the cage and tries to leap out, but you just slam the door shut as it slams right into the cage and begins immediately, much like the other one, it's high-pitched screaming in Sackfroth. Undercommon, essentially. Well, Sackfroth is what became Undercommon with the Readmaster, or
I
Undercommon
tried
became
talking
Sackfroth.
to it in Elven, telling it to just shut up. Is Elven close enough to Sylvan?
I say in Fey, which I'm assuming is supposed to be Sylvan, because I think I originally took Sylvan. It was like I say in Fey, please just be quiet for a moment.
It switches to Faye and says, "You let us go! We didn't do anything wrong!"
We need the information in these books.
We have some information in books. We need information. We're hungry.
Look, once we're allowed the information, you can have the information back from. But
No! Don't give it back to him!
I said for all I care. But look, you have to give us the information first. You can have the original copy, but we get a copy too. Or we'll like torture it out of you. You get to pick.
Well, that got dark real quick.
I'm not sure I agree with the torture method.
I do. Fuck these things.
They're a real pain in the side of your order. Well, that's not true. They can be. They're not that common.
These are like librarian mosquitoes.
Just the
All right, roll an intimidation check.
That's probably gonna be not great.
I mean, you could roll a diplomacy check. If you're not saying we're gonna kill you, like, hey, just you
like,
pat
I'm
my
not
back,
gonna
I'll
kill
pat
you, but we're
yours.
gonna get it out of you. Intimidation and diplomacy are both horrendous.
Not a charisma character.
I got it, sir.
That's just like a +1.
Yeah, but it's still a +1. It's better than a +0.
I mean, it makes it a +0.
Well, you know.
You know,
I mean, someone could aid her.
that's true.
Wait, yeah, because one, I can't remember whether they're stat or aid and guide the same thing. I don't think they are, right?
They are.
Oh, never mind.
But
They're both circumstance.
we make deal with you. You let us go. We tell you what you want. As it sort of happily nods its head as if it made a good deal. You let us live. We tell you what you want. Yes, tell you what we knows. It's a good deal.
Selja, do you relay this to us?
Okay, but
I relay it to everyone, but specifically looking to Belden, since he's like more familiar with the creatures.
Well, I'm just gonna say that if they don't put it in the book, how do we know it isn't lying to us?
Look, it's
no.
a good deal. Our knowledge for our lives.
They can't just tell us; they have to put it back. Like, I mean,
I asked them, can you put the books back the way they were?
he told us earlier they can.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
You gotta beat
well,
it out of them.
they can write the language. They can write it back down. They can't exactly put it back, but they can expunge their knowledge onto another book.
I
But-
mean, okay.
Yeah.
So I
I take out one of my notebooks. I tell them to expunge it into this.
okay. I start with the one near Belden.
Alright. One of them.
Uh,
Alright, they started unzipping their pants to expunge their knowledge.
All right. Hell yeah.
SpongeCon 3000.
Yeah, you know, I tell them, you know, expunge your knowledge of the books you've taken onto this, and if you do, we will let you live. And then, to show your friends that that is correct, we'll let you live as long as you do not do it again while we are here. Please.
Of course. He sort of motions around. We'll tell you everything we learned from the book. Yes. Again, do you let your script out from underneath the cup?
I tell Galen to keep that one where
Yeah.
it is.
No, they're,
No,
they're-
never mind.
you hold that motherfucker.
yeah,
None of
you're
these
the one,
motherfuckers are getting
Okay.
out.
All right.
one of the pit, or the one,
One-
in the pit, or the one in the cage. One of the,
Leave both of them. I'm starting the one with Belden first,
Right.
one at a time.
Okay.
We're not
The cup
playing
does not move.
around. Said one at a time. So I looked at the one near Belden. It's like, go ahead, start.
All right. It nods its head and it says, "I read a good book, good knowledge." As it sort of takes his hand and it is gonna start writing it. It is only able to write it down in a language that it knows, so it does. But it does write it down in Sylvan. It doesn't, so you can read it.
I asked Selja, what does it say?
While it's doing it, can I like get the gist of what type of book it is? Not like specifics, I guess. But
It looks like it is on the history of, or a brief history of the construction of the library.
yeah, I relay
Here,
that.
does this look accurate?
You actually see there's an opportunity to check its accuracy as he is writing about a mural on the ceiling.
Is it? Well, I don't know what he's writing. She has to tell me.
I translate what it's writing about the mural on the ceiling. So
Is it right?
Looking up, you look up and the ceiling, at first it seems kind of plain, but it looks like it's covered in a lot of dust and grime, and soot from probably the chandeliers, but you can kind of make out that it does look like there's something that is drawn on the ceiling that soot from the chandeliers has covered up a lot of it. There is a mural on the ceiling, but it is hard to see.
Can I make a
Well, mural. It's like a Sistine. Like a mural feels like, you know, a little thing. It's like Sistine Chapel. It's just the expanse of the ceiling,
Yeah.
essentially.
Can I make a crafting check to try to figure out what it is?
What do you mean by what it is? What the mural is? What's covering it?
Yeah,
what's-
Or if I can figure out what's underneath all the soot and stuff to know if this
Sure,
is
yeah.
accurate.
Yeah. There is definitely a point and purpose to every stroke. It's hard to make out. It's all muddy, but there is definitely like a painting underneath all the soot.
Okay. Does it seem like he's
And
saying?
it does seem like that is the truth.
Okay. He's this is accurate.
Well, I can. I wait for him to finish up.
That's the knowledge he got from it.
Okay. If there's room in this book, I go to the one under the cup.
All right.
I tell it, let this one hold your hand while you're doing it.
You hear a voice that says, "I'll do anything. Just let me out of here."
Okay.
All right. Whenever you lift up the cut, it looks like it's like on all fours. Its eyes wide, almost like a scared beast that looks around in the light. I'll do anything. Just let me go.
Put the knowledge back in this. In Faye, please.
All right. All right. And it sort of begins scribbling down stuff in the book. It says, "You promise you let us go, right?"
I do promise we let you go.
All right. It scribbles down what it knows. And it actually seems to have absorbed quite a bit, as it scribbles down that it was, the library itself was a joint venture, founded by a dwarf and a man, he writes down time immemorial, so you don't know exactly how long ago it was, but it is described as time immemorial.
Immemorial.
Can't be remembered. As a joint venture between a dwarven hero and a human hero. And that the knowledge that they gathered between the two of them and beyond them was put into this library.
Well, I relay that as well.
Is that accurate?
That one's harder to tell.
I'm a dwarf. I roll a recall. I want to roll a history check on that.
You can.
See if I know that's true or not. Colin, can I use a crafting check
You can.
as a recall knowledge check because I'm proficient?
I'll let
with
you do
crafting?
a crafting or a recall knowledge society check. Either one will work.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do crafting because I'm.
We'll do a society.
That's fine as well.
There you go, Colin.
Belden, you don't recall anything about this, but knowledge in this world can be so disjointed with how everything is, with the darkness and the sort of people separated by the darkness, and how it's hard to travel, and sometimes it's hard for knowledge. And this apparently happened so long ago, you don't remember coming across anything like this in particular. But Belden, looking around, this is definitely dwarven architecture. It holds up. And on top of that, there is quite a bit of lighting that oftentimes dwarves don't need. Dwarves do need lighting to read, but to find their way around, they have dark vision. They can walk around in the dark. And there is quite a lot of lighting, so conceivably, this could be a joint venture between dwarves and humans.
Call on my roll. Do I know?
Yeah, that was your roll, Bully, with the crafting.
Okay. You said Belden like 4
Be-
times.
Bel-
so
Bel-
I'm making sure.
Belden doesn't really know, like I said, because that knowledge is so old and obscure, and everything is so separated because all the points of light have all the darkness between it. It's hard to... It's something that would have been lost, unfortunately, to Belden.
I tell him. That seems about right.
But it does seem about right.
Because we would not need all of this light. I tell him that. Wait, Kyle, I can ask. Is there anything in here that I recognize as not dwarven architecture?
I mean, there's a this statue right here is a big old human. So
Yeah. Okay. Also the statue.
Okay. Well,
So that checks out.
I say thank you and Faye to this one as well, and now you just wait, and we'll get your friend to do the last part. I ask them though, are there any more of you here?
no, just the three of us.
Okay, because the deal is for just you three. So if there are any others,
We wouldn't lie to
be
you. No
trouble.
lies.
okay, thank you.
I say,
You roll a perception
Well,
check to see if you feel like it's lying, but
while she's going around talking to him, I say, in Dwarven. Do we all speak Dwarven?
I think pretty much everyone.
I do,
does,
yeah.
almost.
I think so.
I say in Dwarven, we can't let these guys go. They're gonna wreck the library.
I'm aware. I say in Dwarven.
Yeah.
So
Unless we let them go outside.
You know what?
Oh.
I'm gonna. They may be pests, but it feels wrong to lead them to the fate of the Wendigo.
I mean, I'll kill them.
That's fucked up.
It feels worse to lie.
All right.
It feels
you
worse
gotta
to
pick
lie
one
than to
of
just
them.
kill him.
You gotta pick. You.
Well, no, we're either like letting them out and they might live, or lying to them and killing them. Those that also feels bad. I guess we're leaving them to the fate of the Wendigo. That seems like
They are probably fast enough that the Wendigo will not get them.
They're little.
Yeah, I suppose.
Also,
Yeah,
they don't have
alright.
human flesh, and that's what the Wendigo craves.
Well, I don't have human flesh. He still wants to eat me.
I mean, you do have human flesh, kind of. You have humanoid flesh. They're not humanoids.
Oh well.
Change to an awakened animal will be animals, and then it won't count.
I'm sure that will count still.
It doesn't, because you're a beast. You're not a humanoid.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the Wendigo still wants to eat you.
No, I think the Wendigo probably just wants to kill you, because fuck you.
The Wendigo craves humanoid flesh, so I guess an
Well,
awakened beast technically would not raise the ire of the Wendigo, unless it was just feeling like an asshole.
That's what I'm saying. It could just, like,
I
feel
mean,
like a dick. But,
They
like,
are evil creatures.
They are evil.
So, I think they will kill you just cause.
You're with the humans it's trying to eat.
Also, like, fuck you. So.
All right, third script.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. It goes, you go to the other one, and it is
All
able
the
to...
same. In Faye, please.
You let us-
And,
You let us go, I tell you whatever you want!
yep, that's the deal. You put it all in this.
Alright. It, nods its head and it says, I will tell you much! And it sort of begins hurriedly writing it down, what it knows, what it learned from the history of this, book. And it writes it, that the reading room and the wings you're in are actually an extension. This is not the oldest part of... These aren't the oldest parts of the library.
Okay.
And it writes down some scribbles that you don't understand. It's not in any sort of language that you know. It just merely is mimicking the scribbles that it saw on the page. And
So
it
you don't know what
is-
this means either, then.
It sort of shakes its head. And
Okay.
it
Make a
writes
society-
those down.
Can I make a society check to decipher the language?
You can.
It says Kimmy Schmidt.
It says combo.
It says that ain't Falco.
That ain't Falco.
Happy Feet, Wombo Com.
Doesn't look like any language that you know. But
Oh, that's dwarven for
it
we're
looks
on the
it does
opposite
look
side
like
of
it's
Cock.
dwarven, but it's not any language you recognize.
Do I get a bonus for speaking Dwarven?
It is definitely not any dwarven that you know.
This
But
is,
the-
I think this is why we had to comprehend language scroll.
The dwarven itself.
We should probably
Quite
wait till we have
difficult.
more. Oh,
Wait,
Did I drop?
Did
Oh,
you?
you're here.
I hear you now.
okay. Well, I don't. I felt like I kind of dropped there too.
Yeah, it was silence for me.
I just don't think any of us are talking.
All right, but that it's able to sort of crudely write down these runes.
I ask, is that everything?
Nods its head. That's all I learned.
Well, someone's gotta grab that one in the pit so we can throw it out the door.
Okay, I'm near the pit. Give me your hand.
It
But
reaches
I'm
up,
not gonna-
yank it out.
I yank it out and I keep hold of him and I walk with him.
Bless you, thank you.
Okay, now.
All right,
you're-
Galen, slip a piece of paper under that cup like you're throwing out a spider.
I go to the
Alright.
top one and I grab
And
the hand of that one too.
And I guess
I just picked
Bully.
the cage. I just picked the cage up and I carried it to the door.
how,
I mean,
I mean this is a big cage.
It's a
You
pretty big
let it
cage. You
out.
might need two
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just someone help me
Oh yeah, that's fine.
move the cage.
but
Unless
yeah,
you just want to roll it with him in there.
No,
That's
that's,
the-
that's
That
these two are out. Like you can let him out. Just grab his hand so he doesn't run off.
no. We can roll the we can move the cage over there to be safe, but it seems unnecessarily cruel to roll it with him in it.
yeah, that's what I was saying. And we'll just
Okay.
throw him out the front door.
Fair enough.
I pop the door open. Say okay, bye bye.
They almost eagerly, terrified of you, skitter away as they're going to
I
dart
yell
out the
it.
front door. Come and get him, Wendigo!
I yell in Gnomish because I'm just yelling fairy languages at him. And fuck you, you sons of bitches.
All right, well they script the hell away as you successfully succeed at that puzzle. As you've learned quite a bit, some important knowledge. One, obviously, there is more to this library. In fact, the oldest part of the library is still hidden from these wings. This is actually was an extension to the library. It is a joint venture between a human and dwarven hero from time immemorial, and on top of that, there is a mural, a fresco, some sort of painting, however you want to describe it, on the ceiling. You can kind of sort of make it out, but it's
How tall is the ceiling?
the ceiling is like 50 feet high.
Oh, this is a big ass dwarven room.
It is quite a large library, but it is covered in soot. That
Dwarven rooms
being
are either really
said,
short or really tall.
it would not be if you could get someone up there. You don't think it'd be too hard to clean off a significant portion of it. It doesn't. The actual painting itself doesn't take up the whole room. It's just a sizable portion of the middle.
I tell Kip to fly up there. He's a bird.
Right.
Kip fly.
He clean it though. He's got to fly with his wings, so he couldn't hold anything.
Yeah, I
You
flap
can
a
wipe
bit,
it down.
and then I don't fly because
You-
I can't.
You hear R. Kelly start to play.
Now
That being said,
I go back over here
all right.
to the door with the wind that comes out of
Like I
it.
said, the door is closed, but it's like this is a wooden door, and the jam
me-
is sort of, you can feel the wind that is sort of blowing through the door jam.
Can the door be opened?
Yes,
like, I
there's no
kinda-
locks or anything.
Okay, but it's not like broken.
It's
go
not
back,
broken
back.
shut. It's not broken shut or anything. The only one that's broken, this door up here, is actually broken off its hinges. You can look through it into the room beyond it.
Can I peek through here? Like, is there just like a giant fucking
Yeah.
hole?
Well, you can just like I said, there's not a huge hole, but you can peer through like the door jam. There's a pretty sizable crack in it. It looks like time has kind of. This is not. You get the feeling. You look at it and like, This is probably the human-made stuff, because this is not made nearly as well as, like, the front gates. It's made of wood, and the wood is still intact, but it's not nearly made as well as everything else here. That being said, I gotta
This
go
one's
pee,
all rotted away from the snow.
so I'll be right back.